What's up, everybody? Teddy here of Silence Production Studios. I'm here with the greatest Keith Cooke, also known as Sub-Zero, and Reptile. How you doing?
Good.
Nice to meet you. How do you like it so far, man? San Antonio, Texas.
I'm having a great time. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's always nice to get together with other Mortal Kombat people and then all the fans that keep this alive, you know. I'm really happy to be here.
And how's it like, especially when you got the little ones coming approaching you? Like, they're going to Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I love it actually. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing how long this has lasted. You know, like we just had the 30th anniversary of the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie.
I was 4. I was 4 years old.
There you go. It's quite the history, though.
So, like I said, I got some few questions here, man.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. And let's do it.
Yes, sir. So, what was the very first thing you did when you were told you'd be immortalized in a video game?
Well, it didn't really happen that way. I mean, I just, got offered the part after they had already finished the first movie.
Right.
They screened it, and the feedback was it needed more action, and that's when Robin, who played Liu Kang, called me on the phone and said, "Keith, hey, you want to come do a fight scene?"
We got a thing for you.
Yeah, I was super stoked, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it," you know. And so we actually shot it in an airplane hangar. They built the set in Van Nuys Airport in Los Angeles. Yeah.
In LA? Oh,
yeah.
That's tight. Was it hot?
It was very hot. Yeah.
You said somewhere, but I bet you got shredded.
Hampton air conditioning.
Oh.
I also did at the Van Nuys Airport outside though. I did a video for the Wu-Tang Clan, and that was when it was like between 95 and 100. People were dropping like flies.
Oh my God!
It was so hot.
It was just instant sweat.
Anyway.
Can you show us a signature pose or a move you used during the motion capture, and how many takes did it take?
Well, I did that. Like that. That was Sub-Zero.
How many?
When I built the ice bridge for Liu Kang and Princess Katana. So that was the move that I used. Yeah.
That was your favorite one.
That
kind of captured it, and that which. I was gonna ask which moment during the filming or motion capture had everyone laughing or breaking character the most? Like, what was like some part of the scene that feel like they couldn't just stop?
I think it was actually, I'm thinking of the Reptile fight scene now, when there was a little break and I just did this, and everybody kind of cheers, you know.
Oh, you were like,
I love that.
Guys, like stop.
Yeah, it was a cool little moment for the character.
Which I wanted to ask, because you say you were doing a Sub-Zero move. Did you ever sneak your own personality into or moves into the character without the creators knowing? Like, was there something that was off script or that you improvised yourself in the move?
Well, I always kind of had signature triple kick moves in movies, you know, and when I first kicked Scorpion, it's a triple kick.
I love
it. Got to get that triple kick in there.
If you haven't noticed, I'm not a big Scorpion fan. I'm a huge Sub-Zero fan. So every time you mention it,
hey, me too.
Awesome, dude.
We have that in common.
I don't like your brother, dude. And you didn't like your brother either. So, if you could have played a different Mortal Kombat character, who would it be, and how would you have portrayed them? If you were to pick one.
It would have to be the Liu Kang role. I just love that role. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
oh wait, that means did you have the opportunity to see Tony Jaa?
I didn't. I didn't work at the same time as him. Yeah, I would have loved to have met
Tony Jaa. And for those who don't know, all you youngins, Tony Jaa was basically like the up-and-coming Jackie Chan or the up-and-coming Bruce Lee. It was the next, when it comes to the fight scenes. And then kind of like Donnie Yen kind of took over after that.
Yeah.
But if y'all don't know, Tony Jaa literally was MK. He did the Liu Kang.
Was he Baraka?
No, he was, oh my God, Liu Kang, Liu Kang, the main character. But the guy who's doing his stunts, excuse me, Jesus, I'm rambling, is Tony Jaa, who does the part for Liu Kang.
Right.
Mistaken.
Did the
He was doing all the performance stuff, jumping
Yeah.
off and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, look him up. Look him up. So, did you realize at the time how iconic your character would become, or was it just another game?
Yeah, I didn't realize, all that it meant. And then when you hear the music and stuff like that, like for that Reptile fight,
Were you able to hear it beforehand?
No, I was totally surprised. I was just like, wow, man, that's so cool. And I think that sound, and everybody remembers it because of that song. And so, yeah,
Iconic.
I had no idea it would be such a big deal. But I'm really proud of that fight too. It's just well crafted,
And how long did it take out, like, just fight scene, like, how long would it take out to do that?
Well, we had 6 days to do that. And that's unusual. For me, usually, fight, the longest I'd ever spent on a fight before was like half a day. Something like that.
Because you're in and out, you already know what you gotta do.
Yeah, you're moving it, you're in a low budget film, and this one they did it right. They did it right. Yeah.
And I guess the creative juices kind of flowed a lot, having that more.
Yeah. And also, I just think that the director, Paul Anderson, is a craftsman, and so that's why that movie has held up all these years,
I can see it because I want to see it while I'm eating, or I can fall asleep to it, man.
Yeah.
Or even like looking up facts on YouTube.
Fall asleep to it.
Oh, dude, yeah, man, that's something that. I hear some fight in the background. I'm in my dreams, like that's me fighting because of all the.
He's taking it in like you're trying to think it's boring.
No, not because I'm bored, dude. No.
His eyes are turning to ice right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So stop. Which part of the process was the toughest? Learning the choreography, doing the stunts, or keeping a straight face in those costumes?
Keeping a straight face in Mortal Kombat wasn't an issue. In Beverly Hills Ninja, that was something different with Chris Farley. That was hard. But this movie, what was the question again?
I'm sorry, no.
Keeping a straight face, but
learning. So, what was the toughest part? Learning the choreography or doing the stunts? Or keeping a straight face?
like the thing is on Mortal Kombat 2, the Annihilation, where I played Sub-Zero. I was also helping with all the fights and the stunt teams, training people, and I helped.
How was that?
I helped Lisa Soto a lot on her fight, which was, she's a really nice person, and it was really nice working with her. But we were helping everybody rehearse their fights and get ready, and I was rehearsing fights, so it was really busy.
Any accidental connections?
Not on this one. I did one with Robin, another movie in Hong Kong later, where I actually accidentally cut him with a sword. We did a sword fight.
Oh.
And so it happens. I also
He almost did the same thing to me too, man.
Oh, really?
Yes. So like I said, we did the film stuff, and we were testing out our props. And he was testing out his new Michael Myers knife.
All right.
He was like, "Yeah, dude, let's check this out." And he just like straight up
Oh, wow.
cut me. And I was like, "Dude, I think you actually caught me." And I started doing this. He was like, took off his mask and he started checking. He was, "Oh no, you're good." No, that's scary feeling, man. That's a scary feeling.
That's when we went to like foam props, like we were actually hitting each other. We went to foam props, 3D print props, and then the break versus, using like for like the still shots where you're like, oh, we go to the practical real stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, cut. And we'll go into like.
See, we're not you, dude. We're not.
I did accidentally kick Chris Farley in the mouth with a spinning hook kick, and it went past it, went like this, went like that, and he was like, oh. I think he thought.
Which foot was it?
Yeah, I think he had heard that I was Reptile, and he thought maybe he was gonna die.
The fuck?
I don't know.
No, it was you. No, it was you.
No, he was super cool about it. He was really cool about it. As soon as he realized he was okay, he was
Okay.
We just went on with it, but
what's one fan interaction that has stuck with you all these years later? One fan interaction that stuck with you all these years later.
Well, I had it happen today too. And it was in Texas before. Somebody came to get my autograph, and she was, and then she wanted to get a picture with me, and she looked very shy, you know, and I put my arm around her, and she was shaking, you know, and I was like, and a girl told me today she was shaking too, and it sort of blows my mind. You know, you wouldn't think that it would.
So I put the fans same way as you do.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I could tell you from a fan's perspective, dude. Even me, right now, I can't show it really on camera. Like, I'm freaking out, dude, because it's like all these years that, you know, I went to go with my brothers to go see this movie.
Yeah.
My brothers were the one that even I'm just thinking about, because they're the ones that showed me Mortal Kombat, dude. Yeah. They're the ones that bought me the Nintendo. Yeah. They're the ones that bought me the games. And they saw my interest, and they're the ones who initially invested in me, you know?
Yeah.
And now that I'm older, you know, and I had this opportunity to do this kind of stuff, it's so awesome to see you in person.
Yeah.
Because I understand, man, I've only seen you through the screen, dude. And like I said, even now, like, I'm getting goosebumps because it's crazy.
I met a guy today who said he had a really tough childhood, and this is how he got through was watching Mortal Kombat, and it inspired him to become a martial artist, you know, and so it was very touching, you know, so.
Oh yeah, some of the moves that you did, they did it on me, so you inspired them to try this stuff on me. Can you challenge someone in the audience to recreate one of your original moves or poses where they're coaching? We could probably be able to post this up and, you know, ask for a challenge, and, you know, maybe we could capture someone here that's a Sub-Zero, or, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the one that people imitate the most is the you know, that thing of the ice bridge, you know. And the thing is, you know, like, I always did this form. It's called Nanshan, where you have an outside block and an inside block and then a strike. So it's like, boom. And so I kind of made that move out of that.
Even me doing that, and I'm not BSing, guys. You can feel the energy.
Yeah.
Like, between my both hands, just doing that.
Yeah,
it's really cool, dude. Not chakra.
I had people do, you know, like, had me do that move, and then they put the special effects on.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Maybe during post, because he's already done his move. Yeah. See, we're gonna have him do it, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that with the green eye. Like,
right on.
What is
a character to build? Like, would it be a combination of Reptile and Sub-Zero, or would it be a character that you design yourself?
I never thought of that before, but that would be an interesting thing to combine them.
Ice Venom? He puts ice, and then they can slip on Reptile's Venom and stuff. That's
it.
You know what I mean? Just two more questions.
Okay.
So what is something in today's interpretation of your character that has been misinterpreted from the original, if there's any?
I can't think of any, but
what would you like to see carried on from the original into the new one then?
Do you mean like Reptile or?
Reptile or Sub-Zero.
I wish they would do that again, where Reptile morphs from an actual reptile into a ninja fighting character, you know, and I think that was really cool. Especially for back then.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it. Were you able to see the fan-made Mortal Kombat movie? There was a guy that remember. There's a fan-made Mortal Kombat, and it's Reptile, dude. It's huge, the big reptile. And
I think I saw that.
No, it's on. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And then I think that if I'm not mistaken, they kept the gi, but that's what he would wear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think Garrett Warren directed that. He's a big stunt coordinator. So
That was an amazing, like, fan-made film. Like, I think that's what launched us.
Honestly, when I saw that, I thought that was literally a new like MK movie.
yeah,
Straight up, and it felt very old school. I felt like the first.
I thought it was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're ever interested in doing concerts like that, with your crew,
Yeah.
or not.
Would you be interested in doing a project like that with the crew of yours?
I'm always interested in doing stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, man. What is something you, as the original character, would like to be portrayed in the newer projects and films? Like, so what would you like to have what would you like to have for them to take from you as the original character into the newer films? Like, what was something?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I already kind of mentioned it was, to see Reptile morph into a ninja again.
That, honestly, dude, that would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
You're never going to the sport. They always just have them as a side character.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to
Nice, like to have a standalone Reptile movie.
and see what he does, because he's not a minion, but he works for I can't think of his name right now. Khan.
Oh,
Yeah. And see, I would like to see, like, honestly, the backstory, the lore, how he was born and all that stuff,
Yeah.
his brothers and things like that, and be part of the whole thing.
is that something that you would do? Or is that, yes, that's a passion project that you would like to do? Or
Yeah. I just like working, so absolutely.
So, so you mixed besides acting, you do mixed martial arts, correct?
I do martial arts. Yeah.
Martial arts.
And
What are some of your accomplishments?
well, I'm really proud that I got the Black Belt Hall of Fame in 1985 for Competitor of the Year. And then that was like the biggest award that you could get really as a martial artist. I won the 1987 Waka World Championships in Munich, Germany. It was a huge event. It was like the Olympics for martial arts because there were 33 countries represented there with full teams. And I was, of course, representing the U.S. And
How was that? Like, just being able to, just walking in. If you don't mind me, how old were you at the time?
well, that was 1987, so I was 27.
So being a 27-year-old representing our country,
Yeah.
what was it like just to walking in with your bag? Like, what was your first interpretation? Like, dang, like I'm here.
It was huge, and the thing about like doing sports, and it was in Munich in the Olympic Auditorium from the Munich Olympics, and there was 14,000 people there, and it was standing room only, and it was huge. And then when I won 2 gold medals at the Olympics, and so they
Thank you for bringing that home, man.
yeah, and they have you stand on the podium and raise the flag just like at the Olympic Games, and it was huge.
What was it like to absorb all that? And what was that feeling like? Was it accomplishment? Was it like weight off your shoulders?
It was overwhelming, like I had been to the biggest tournaments in the United States, like the Long Beach Internationals. That was one that Bruce Lee demonstrated out way back in the day, and the US Open, the Diamond Nationals. I won all those tournaments at some point, but they don't have the audience like they do in Europe. And when you hear them kind of chanting at a soccer game or at a football game in Europe, they did that at this martial arts competition, and I'd never seen that before. So it was huge and impactful.
Experience.
It was a huge honor.
Man, you're proud even for wrestling. Like they go insane. Like
Yeah.
the camera's shaking.
That's the way it was. That's the way it was there, and so it was a huge honor, and so one of the greatest experiences I've had. Yeah.
Damn, bro. 27, going in there, bushy tailed, see everybody, and then you got a crowd just chanting, bro. Anytime you cape right, anytime you punch, anytime you anything, even when you drop somewhere,
Yeah.
all you hear, right? Man, what an experience.
Yeah.
Bro. And would you do it all over again?
Absolutely.
Do it
Yeah.
all over again?
Yeah.
And you say you had a dojo as well, right?
Yep.
How was that?
It was.
And where was that at?
It was in Brentwood, which is famous because that's where O.J. Simpson lived. He looked in the window a couple of times, walking by. Yeah.
But he didn't want to get classes from here.
Yeah, he didn't take classes. Yeah, it was a great experience. I was very, very dedicated. You know, taught a lot of kids and adults, and I still teach to this day. Yeah.
What was something that one of your students taught you? Because I know you're the teacher, but what was one of the students that taught you, man?
Well, one of the things that I'm most proud of is one of our students took it to the next level, and he actually went to the Olympics when in 2008 the Olympics were in Beijing in China, and China added wushu, which is the Chinese name for martial arts, as a demonstration sport, and he won a gold medal in the Beijing Olympics. And so that was huge. You know, that was pretty.
Like, teacher, look.
Yeah.
Hey, what it does say? I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just. Bro,
No worries.
Sorry.
No worries.
Sorry, man. I'm not from that world. I'm from this world, dude. Dude, that's to see one of your students do that too. I mean,
Yeah.
especially saying you know you did it yourself. I'm pretty sure he had the same feeling, overwhelming, kind of like.
Yeah.
And bringing a gold medal. He brought 2 gold medals to our country, man, back. So that's huge, man. That's really, really huge.